One, I am a guest here, so please take it away. Okay, so this is on Passive 360, and I hope we'll make it quick. I do hope so, but we have a few things to share with you. Number one, uh, I want to say happy Eid and Eid Mubarak to all of those with us in the family in all countries. I I guess except two countries are celebrating tomorrow, Brunei and Bangladesh. All right. Okay. Everybody else is celebrating today. Hope you enjoy the holiday, and we wish you safety and happiness to your family. The second thing is, I wasn't sure if I should say this, but our brother, Mr. Muhammad Kamal, his mother is really not in a good shape at the moment at the hospital. We ask you to bombard his phone and any way you can post to flood him with prayers and good spirit. Hopefully that will help them. I spoke with him, and she's definitely in need for some prayers. That was a sudden thing. She's in Egypt, Alexandria, but hopefully she will get better once they figure out what's happening with her. Uh, the second thing is we have a few things that were scheduled to be released on the 18th of April. They were achieved a little sooner, and some of them are already live. So thanks to our team, they were pretty motivated to accomplish it. I think you're going to start noticing some new additions to O Connect. Like I said, it's constantly going to get better and better and better and better. So I'm going to walk you through a few notes here. You probably didn't notice them yet or realize them, but I'll bring them to your attention. Let's begin with, you see that camera there for obviously the speakers, they will see it because the rest are attendees. You're going to see there's an arrow. So the camera icon got wider. And when you click that, it brings the settings for the camera as said previously. So that makes it more convenient to uh, select your, then you're going to have that gear inside. By default, it's probably medium, very easy. You click it, drop down, then you go ultra high definition. I'm going to select mine and I'm going to go live. You're going to see the difference on my camera. Apply. All right, look at that. It pops. You see the quality? It boosted my quality at least 3x. Okay. Uh, that's the first thing. The second thing, all attendees shouldn't be seeing the lock meeting icon now, because previously it was there, but obviously functional for certain people. So to keep it simpler, we thought we should remove that from the attendees part. All right. Another major one, and I think it got some confusion previously, which is when you share the details of any session, let's forget what used to happen, but first to say what will be happening now, and it's live already. If somebody takes the ID, okay, if they take the webinar or the event ID, and they go join event, and they apply it, it depends on if it's a conference. By default, they come as speakers because there are no attendees in the conference. Everybody's a speaker. So by default, they come as speakers. That's already done. If it's a webinar and they just have that code, you just say, what's the code? And they go throw it in the join event. they will be as an attendee if it's a webinar by default. So everybody, so you're not going to have, you probably noticed, I don't know if it happened already, the previous session, you got no confusion. Okay, so that is already sorted and it's solid. It's working perfectly. Uh, it was obviously uh, giving everybody speaker access without, yeah, so that was just confusing the conference and the webinar. Anyway, we're good now. So that's what matters. So let's recap. The video and camera settings is it's already live. The lock meeting only available for uh, those who could, obviously, not for everyone. He's the host and co-host, obviously. And of course, like I said, we sorted the event ID. It will take you to the proper access and permission. Now, there are a couple more small things now here and there, but of course, more coming on the 18th. So, copy invitation. You can copy the entire invitation now that is available. Okay. Uh, the participants window, if you see there is more at the bottom, like you see it got bigger. If you click participants, right? And you have the word more, now it's more bold. It's a little bit thicker. It's more noticeable. Previously, you would have to click, the icon at the bottom, like in the tray, uh, the bottom duck. We had to click back on it in order to hide the list of the attendees. We made it more convenient now by clicking that X at the top. If you follow, so you click that participant, you click it again, it disappears. You click it, it pops. But if you're there looking at the attendees, oh wow, 3,000 plus and keep coming. You are so popular, Red. Okay, you're so popular in America, and I think a couple more things in terms of stability. All of that. Look at that; it's just perfect. Okay, I mean, what else you could ask for? So we're loving it. Uh, just keep your gratitude for the team that is working tirelessly. I believe we've achieved a great milestone in O Connect, and that is going to open the doors for great steps ahead. So let me give you a couple of important things now. As you know, it's holiday date. So once again, if you just joined us, Eid Mubarak to all of you. Hope you enjoy the holiday. Once the team come back everywhere, basically, we are gonna see some modifications when it comes to start preparing for the next package, sales package. We are in anticipation any moment to see an extension in OConnect for those who purchased OConnect in the last 6 months. At any point, they will have an extended period added to their account, very much likely another 10 days, and that could be, possibly could be, the last extension. After that, it will be paid. And in a way, I'm glad we have a little bit of a gap, like some hours or so. Probably it's not going to be one day for those who their extension expired. So we can probably appreciate what we're taking. Some of us, I don't want to say taking it for granted, but I think it's a good reminder that we have something worth gold in hands, and we're not paying for it again. So the company will take the uh, check once again, and we'll pick up the check once again. And I don't know if it's not the last one, could be another small extension here or there, but it is possible this could be the last extension. And from there, we will take it to different packages. That's been said. it is time to regroup with some of our early bird founding members. Do you remember that position? Okay. And we said we're going to brainstorm with them when needed, all of that. So some of them will be invited to weigh in and give their input, which we really need, okay, to because some of them are active and interactive in the team, in the field, so they can give us valuable input. So what would be, reasonable uh, setup? I don't want to say prices and all of that. That is dictated by the cost and the team and etc. So, but we need some brainstorming, if you wish. Okay, and uh, a number of you will be invited. It don't take the personal if you're not invited. Probably just we don't need everybody to be there, so take it as take a break. But if you're around, you get invited, we would love to hear from you. And some of you, we're going to fake it that we're inviting you, we're going to take your opinion, but not really. Uh, okay, ouch. But I think after that, everything will open up. That made some people laugh. Okay. So that will definitely get us almost unstuck to the next period. I'm going to clarify something once again, believe it or not, once again. The reason we are not uh, or paused, we did pay some commissions back from last year, okay, and some earlier this January, okay, a few, just a few. Then we got stuck. The reason we're not doing that, okay, at the moment, we did pay a good part. We did pay out, especially in crypto. So it is not true if somebody says we never paid commissions. We did pay a portion, okay? And especially for the early, withdrawals. Okay. Now, the reason this got jammed is because the revenue or the sales that came in from OConnect is held by the processor. For whatever shenanigan it is, we don't need to get into that publicly, but we created a legal case and that didn't go well the first time. Not that the case wasn't powerful, it was too easy, but with the wrong people that got it a little bit more complicated, if you wish. But that took some 3+ months. It's not 4 months, it took 3+ months. We were supposed to be done before we get into 2024. So, and that's bigger loss than having the money. Why? Because time is more valuable. Then we didn't want to just jump in with just another option. So this time we had to do a broader investigation and connection at all levels to heads of governments and rulers and all of that to make sure that we have the right and what's the right path. We don't want anything shortcut or all of that. We want it legally. Perhaps, hint, nobody can reserve your money or hold them, like hijack them, literally, for more than 6 months. That's 180 days, and that period is just due now. All right, for most of the funds. So either way, it just after the holiday, we're in anticipation for this to get unstuck. This get unstuck, we reactivate our processors. We have more options, obviously, been lined up, okay? And now we should be able to pump them up in bulk. That's the reason. But we cannot say the company didn't pay. And the truth is, we don't have the funds in hand to be able to do that. And for that reason, once again, for that reason, we did not want to charge another time for OConnect. We kept on paying the bill. We kept on paying the bill. We kept on paying the bill until we make sure we clear out the balance from the first round of the sales, like the launching release. Okay, but now we're going to have more options. We're going to have other products, so sales are going to be left and right, and commissions, and for those who qualify, and things are going to change. Now, there are things I'm not going to disclose publicly when it comes to exact commissions and structure and all of that, because that has been severely manipulated and abused in every uh, possible way by the users or the affiliates. Everybody is throwing that, and they're giving us a stigma that is not in us. Okay, we don't want to be related to that. So for that reason, if we disclose that to the public, then it becomes another chaotic situation. To avoid that, we'll keep it confidential for those who qualify. You're just going to see it and enjoy it. But we would assure once again, whatever possible, by the book in any country, this guy is not a good businessman. No, you see, nobody was surprised. Everybody's like, yeah, sure, okay. So I didn't break news. I didn't kind of like explode your head. We're not keeping that. I just want to create technology, more value, more goodness, and inspire and influence the world in a good way, in a good positive way, and make a good legacy or a good impact. That's the spirit of Unpassive. Didn't we say we're the correction for the corruption? Didn't we say we're uplifting humanity? Didn't we say AI with heart? The whole focus is we want to do it in a clean way, and the core focus, the focal point of our process and the entire journey is the end user. You're with us, you're in it, you win it somehow by utilizing the products, by monetizing, but by no means don't take on passive as a charity. You get in, and just like as much as you can withdraw or uh, open your own bank, not just a bank account. No, it's not ever the theory. We're not a money tree. We're not a tree monkey. We're a true business, brick and mortar. Okay. uh, I don't know if you know that. One thing I want to address, we removed exact addresses from the website because of the, again, abuse of that data. People, you know, getting the locations tired by going there, including the one in America. They go with no mean or no connection, without a prior arrangement, and all of that. And one of them in particular, the one in Singapore, they told us, and I'm going to disclose this. I couldn't be more blunt. They said, if this continues, we're not going to be able to host you anymore. They got fed up with the people going to the location, the address in Singapore. Okay, we don't. It's not operational. It's managerial. It's just administrative at the moment. But we wanted to have that foot there for obvious reasons. So that's why m- we don't need to put exact because no need for somebody to go there now. Uh, if you Google, I don't know if you know about Google. There's like a place called Google.com. You type in on passive or whatever is gonna, or the location, say Florida or Orlando or Hyderabad or something. It might give you the address, okay? But don't go there unless you have a reason or you have a prior communication with the management or with the staff to go there, okay? It's not uh, a customer front type of business, okay? These are just, I don't know why did we put them out there in the first place, but no longer needed. And by the way, there's one easy address that no matter where you are on planet Earth, you just look for the tallest building on Earth and just walk straight to it, okay? Make sure you have a floaty in case you cross the ocean. And and you're going to hit that building, okay, no matter where you are, and that would be, another location. uh, so I hope that cleared some of that. The extension is a good thing, and the reason we do it, we don't want to charge you. We're taking the cost. So until it's just our culture, our ethic in a way, to not to charge you. We let you enjoy it until we clear the pending withdrawals. If we're interested in the money, if you're like, I don't know, if you know two letters together, you don't have to be a wizard. We are going to continue charging so we can make more money. Because if we put the link and open it, you're going to pay, we make more money. That's not the case. Doing the math, we're not taking money. We're not interested in the money. I don't know how to break it down, but maybe a man from New Jersey could have a better language and can break it down to you. No, I mean it seriously. So if not now, anytime. The truth is, like, logically, think about it. If money is our dimension, why would we stop taking money? Even the founding program from like 2022. Why? Who says no to sales unless somebody's not really focused on the sales or the revenue? Just think about
Some
that.
some horrible businessman from Orlando, I think.
Florida man. Okay. I hope I was able to clarify a few things here and there, but I'm really happy, super pleased about OConnect, how it is now. Pleased about where we are, the direction now. We're on track, the right track, which is supposed to be solved way before, way before. Isn't it that complicated? This is our funds. We will get it. We clear it out. A big portion of it goes to you, and we continue, the plan by opening more and giving you more options. It's that simple. It's that simple. But learning is not cheap. Experience is not cheap.
But very
Okay,
beneficial.
absolutely. Okay, back to you, please. Anyone want to add a word or two?
I want
Thank
to
you.
add a little bit. I got to be quick because
Sure.
the kids are all getting ready for school, so it's loud. My house, believe it or not, is loud sometimes. Um, the good news is, as for you, this is the discussions we've been having, not knowing all the details. This is what we've been talking to people about, the gift of giving because no doubt people were flying in here June 22nd of 2022, they would still be coming in if you let them. So a company that wants money, you would have left the doors open. That's been said by Red, by many people, okay? Me and Chris. And the other one was, listen, guys, they stopped receiving money because there's money that can't be given back. No company does that. No company on the planet. You guys would still have money coming in and say, look, we'll try to get your money, but who knows when. You stopped it both directions because that's what unpassive is. And we've been saying that for a
One
long time.
sole mere reason is because we have a principle. It's a principle thing. We don't want to take more money. We just don't feel good about that. What it's good, it's necessary. We need it. We need it for the operation. It's this thing is not cheap. It's not free, in a way, but it definitely got us behind. But the problem is, we just don't feel good about taking more and not clearing the previous balance. And we will clear. We're confident. We will say, you know what? We're just gonna have a different direction or something, but we're very clear. It is only a matter of time. We will clear that, and this will be behind us, hopefully, once for all. and we will not make a mistake with these type of processors. But eventually, we're going to have our own organic solutions. Period. Nobody's going to
And
handle
yes,
what we have.
without a doubt, that is totally insane way to run business. But it's unpassive, and people need to know that. That's why when people say it, I said, well, who else would do that? Who else would give you 8 months or a year now of
True.
O Connect? A year, and we're on it every night. What would that have cost? Well, what would it have costed any other company would have been $5,000 a month, but it's ridiculous, and that's what we've been really pushing. Listen, you don't have to know everything, but if you see what's going on, you've got to be able to put this together. That's why we try to tell people, look at what's going on. They froze, but they froze because they can't give. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, I'm so
Would
glad you brought
anybody
that up.
agree that the value is worth, say, keep it on the basic, okay? On the basic, really basic, okay? $100. What you have up to 10,000 attendees with all the features, recording all of that, don't you think it's worth $100? I mean, do you want me to pull a website and show you the cost of 1,000? It's greater, 1,000, not 10,000 attendees. It is greater than $100.
Yes, it is. No
So you're
doubt.
taking 10 times more cheaper. But if we apply, we want 10,000. Number one, you don't qualify for it. You're going to have to submit some documents. Why do you need 10,000? What kind of business do you run? And make a contract for a year. You're locked in for a contract of a year. Okay. You might have to prepay like 3 months or something. And then it's about 5,000 US dollars plus for the same thing, less features. And you don't get the additional benefits and services in the ecosystem on the dashboard, as a friend in Michigan says. But he's a Florida man now. Now, you missed that before. So when I say $100 on the low, keep it $100. A million customers paying you $100. Anybody knows the math? $100 million. All the celebrities go. Some of them, maybe you have to add 10 of them or more to make up that $100, $100 million. And if we did that for 10 months, that's $1 billion. Do the math. So we left $1 billion on the table because of that principle. Do the math. There's something called calculator here. $100, the cost of a subscription per month, time 1 million customers. We have 3 million, but assuming only third are buying, just like now, okay? But without a proper, processor and with the glitches we've had, roughly 1 million. Now, 3, okay? So it's $100 million a month, time 10 months. We don't want to say a year, okay? I could say a year, 12 months. But again, I like to be conservative. When it's 9 zeros on the right of that dollar, it's a billion with a B and alien. It's a billion. Okay. Uh, as you see, we're not like, oh, crying or chewing our nails for that. No, not a biggie. Okay. If money will flow like crazy with what we have, we're not concerned about that. But it's better to do it ethical, with integrity, in a clean way, proper way, purely without uh, causing any say, pressure or any inconvenience for people.
I'm so
How
glad you brought that up today. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
so, Naresh? It was one was able to sneak. How did that happen?
Yeah, I just got rid of him.
Okay, so I just blocked the session. All right, 4,000 people. I couldn't be more surprised, to be honest with you. That was round 2 of On Passive 360. If you want to hear the real On Passive 360, you have to watch the previous video on the same channel.
The previous one's going to get dumped. I'm just kidding.
Okay, I don't know if you have anything. Please take it away. I'm just gonna sit and listen to you. If you have anything, but perhaps be on the look for brainstorming session real soon, so we can put our puzzles together for the next phase.
Well, thanks,
And
Ash.
Absolutely.
Hey, Ash,
Thank you very much, Ash.
can you get me the recording, Ash?
absolutely, as soon as it's available. Yeah.
Hey, you just answered every question that was asked me for the last 2 months, so I appreciate
Yep.
it.
Of course, that's what I do.
None of it is a surprise. None of it. If everybody is watching what's going on, I don't.
I agree with you. It shouldn't be a surprise if you know the mindset of us.
Yeah, just look at what's been whatever.
But we've been saying, haven't we, Marty? We've all three of us have been saying exactly this for such a long time.
Almost exactly.
If you just look at what you've done, if you just look at things in front of you, then you wouldn't have this anxiety, worry about the money.
What has always been done, why would you expect a different outcome? What we've done has always been giving, right? So I don't get it. It's like people forget.
But also, with all the respect, okay, I know there is a very, very major part of your calculation, most of you, money, profit, revenue, income, whatever you want to call it. You're right. There's no judgment on that. But I want you also to consider, for us to be a healthy business, sustainable business, we cannot make it just money driven type of business model. That will lose the value of it. That will lose some of the principles again, and will be just another one. So this is something, please be a little bit mindful that it's not just money. There are other aspects. They also have to align together alongside with the money. Money is a main thing, is a big thing. I'm not saying it's worthless or secondary. No, it is a big deal, but it's not the only thing. It's that simple. So every time you think, okay, this, that, uh, please think you're not the only one in the business, and this business was not created just to make unlimited amount of money and send it to you, because no matter what would be that amount of money, you will never be satisfied. So there's no entitlement to that. You think there is a great opportunity with an ethical, legal, valuable business, life-changing products, no doubt about that. Okay, game changer as a whole when it comes to the marketplace and the connection with it. It will make a severe impact, a positive impact. Mark my word. Now, on the other hand, you cannot achieve that by just talking about money, how much you put, how much you take out. It's not a money game. It's not a money game. And you have to have your own plan. I'm providing the business model, the platform, the value, the products, all the marketing, this and that. There's a little part that you have to take, which is, first of all, you got to be in it, okay? Really in it. I mean, not just like go to the back office and like you are cussing at this monster Ash or this, crazy company and all that. That's not the right mindset. So be in it with the right heart, with the right mind. Okay, then things are gonna align accordingly. The second thing is have your own plan. Everybody has a different perspective, different projection, and no matter what we do, we're not going to force you to go to a certain direction. We're going to provide you with the most viable track or a vehicle to reach to your desired outcome. It could be different. Not everybody, I assure you, not everybody is here just because of that figure, how much or the bigger or the more is better for them. That's not our success parameters. Our success parameter is like doing it first, rightfully, cleanly, and secondly, uh, making a positive impact, making a difference. Okay, for you and for those who are around you. So please, just try to be mindful. It's not just money. Is a part of it, but it's not the only thing.
Listen, I believe sharing what the company is, for me, this is me personally, what the company's done and what the company is it is more valuable than the products themselves, or at least equal. But for me, it's more because
Right.
look, I've known all these plans. I've seen all these. You can make this in 90 days. They give you some kind of rhyme or some crap. Nobody ever makes it. But when
Yeah.
if you can go to somebody and say, you know what this company did, not what best product, whatever, what this company did, and what you did is why the movement that you have. It's what you did is why we have the movement. It's not because, oh, it's the best digital, this best, even though it will be. That's it. That's happening anyway. The power of this company is from doing things totally different. Probably the way they should have been done all the time. But yeah, that to me is the most powerful part of this
let's
business,
let's
Jonathan.
play with math. If you're a math mind, okay, we just played the math, how much the company left on the table, and that's just from O Connect. What if we said, you know what, uh, there are products that we already have, example, and you have it also, let's say O Tracker. We could have charged also 10 months ago or 6 7 months ago, whenever it was. Okay, do the math, look how much I care. Okay, and for any price. It could have added a few more hundreds of millions. You see how much money there? And we have other products. Let me tell you something. Dr. Tariq and Dr. Susan, and okay, they're so pissed for how much we're holding and disappointed for how much we're, holding a platform we have. Okay, we don't want to say what it is. Okay, now, but it's about self-education, okay, and courses and all of that. We could have made even greater than because this would open to outside, the 3 million customers in OnPassive. This could have been viral, okay. The many courses, the connection, and people are ordering. Like I'm talking about by countries, by universities, by colleges, by schools. They're ordering a fraction, just a fraction of that, of those items sales. It will be a flood of cash. But we want to have the healthy, solid foundation to be able to take that in and process it accordingly. And growing too fast apparently is a problematic thing. It ticks off so many minds. You could see that. Uh, but uh, but that's one thing. The other thing is from your side, what you want to think about. What if we charge you not $5,000, 10% of that, $500 for those who have used the product, only $500. And let's not say, okay, for 10 months, I'm going to cut that to half. Okay, fair enough. 5 months. For the past 5 months, we just wanted to charge you $500 for something worth $5,000 for you. 5 months, $500 a month, $2,500. We saved you. Again, being ridiculously conservative. I'm playing with math. Just use your calculator if you don't know math, but be aware of the numbers. If we're after the numbers, I'm showing you the numbers. What could we take, or how much you're saving monthly, or how much we could earn if we're after that. So any way you play it, it's just hard to believe we're money driven mentality, or a money driven type of company. So uh, but I have to clear that up just in case, because people are not gonna do their own thinking. There's something called thinking. Should start when you're 3 year old. Okay, uh, it's a good thing. Try thinking, by the way, for free. If you start thinking, you will realize, yeah, there's no possible way this company is here to uh, pile up that revenue, or to cause any discomfort to any user. We're here to give you value, period, and save you money, save you time, inspire you. We're giving you the platform to dare to dream again, put your hopes and dreams again. Okay, that is invaluable. That is unmatched. What I'm trying to say is so valuable to give people to have hope and dream again, and come together in in a very united, loving uh, community in a divided world. So my prayers again goes to our brother, Mr. Kamal, and his mom, perhaps. We hope this will be uh, taken care of by God. Uh, it's possible. With your prayers, we hope it will get better. I was talking about everybody, every country, every business entity, every government, every organization is somehow on a race to AI. Artificial intelligence is a good target pretty much for the entire world at the moment in 2024. In the beginning of passive creation, we used to say we AI is the future, so we have to be on the game. And now it is the present. It is now. If you're starting now and starting to sketch your way in the game, you could be a little bit behind. So you need to speed up and catch up with the game. So thankfully and fortunately, we got in the game, or at least the interest and the kind of like joggling our way in the game in the early stages, so we can learn more and all of that. So we did some practices, we did some um, uh, probably achievements, or progress in a way. It's an interesting thing. Now, rightfully, I would say AI is pretty much the same as the internet. It's a sword of with two edges. It could be harmful. It could be disastrous, okay, or disastrous. It could be uh, helpful and useful and valuable to humanity. It's how you use it. So there's a good side of the internet and there's a bad side. There's the monopoly, there's the abuse, there's the defamation, there's the blackmailing, there's the negativity. If you're in that, God be with you. Because early on, I realized uh, social media isn't a good thing. I realized that it's more negative and it's fake than actual life, unless you need a hug or a friend and you need attention, you hide behind a username anonymously and you start bashing and barking at everybody there, okay, without any qualification on the topic. That's a problem. So I didn't subscribe to that personally. You don't see me on the internet. You don't see me on what do you call it? The social media platform for a reason. I don't believe in them. I'm not in need for the corrupt uh, use of them. Okay, and if you read, it makes you feel bad, right? It kind of like gives you that negative sadness or whatever. So I realized, why should I read? Because nothing good come from that direction. You're not going to be inspired on Twitter, all right, or X now. Okay, uh, so to wrap this up, the internet has so much ugly, but as well, look what we could do with it. We could bring the world together. We could benefit. We could learn. We could, run businesses. We could operate. Is how you use it. AI is no difference. Is how you use it. So every one of those uh, entities I just mentioned is they have that pursuit of AI or artificial intelligence. They want to get there. They know they want to go there. They're on that race. Like back in the days, they used to say, race to space or race to the moon or race to weapon or, this type of bomb or whatever. Now it's the and the digital currency or cryptocurrency race or this or that. Now it's AI race, period. And Mark Cuban, a successful American millionaire or billionaire, I'm way behind. Billionaire is a bigger number. Okay. He said, whoever nails AI first will be the first trillionaire, man or woman. I couldn't agree more. That is a profound analogy. Uh, I'm not interested in the figure side of it, but I'm interested more on the value. It is so true. I agree. Those who can master AI first will be wealthy and successful beyond imagination. But how are you going to use it? Because every one of those directions, they're on a different path. Like some people are using AI for military, okay? Some people use it for hardware, okay, like robotic AI, artificial intelligence, to do certain tasks for us. It's like Tesla or any of the Chinese manufacturers, so robotic, and that's kind of like machine learning and artificial intelligence. And we also know the internet surfing and servicing and marketing and getting those features here and there. That's another thing. So, what exactly you're after or aiming to achieve in artificial intelligence? The and I just said off the record that there there's good news and bad news. The bad news is no one there yet. So we didn't say per se achieved AI because what it is because we have different definition for that target. Everybody's aiming for a different direction, a different destination. This country want to do that. This country want to get to that uh, part of AI just maybe for intelligence or for uh, controlling the media or uh, the press in a way. Okay, so everybody has a different outcome, and because of that, there's room and there's an opportunity for everybody because your destination could be different than their destination. So everybody has a chance. So it's an interesting thing to learn as much as we can. In the past, because it was like the millennial are more savvy in using those new gadgets and the smartphones and all of that with the technology, it created some discomfort for the baby boomers. And um, you have to look those terms up if you're not familiar with them. Baby boomers maybe I think we take a little bit of both. Okay, so they were challenged because they didn't grow up using those technologies. So they would have to acquire them. So some of them, they just, it's complicated. They didn't even want to learn. They were just blocked mentally. So now you have a chance. You could avoid that, say, oh, AI, this is something very sophisticated, it's so advanced and all of that. I'm out of here. I'm not going to get it. No, I'm going to warn you. You need to understand this part of of our daily life. Uh, it's not just the future, it is now. It's happening. You got to have the basic understanding of that, or at least what part of AI is useful to you. No matter how, either a user or a creator of the AI, it is going to be impactful to the point where it could change the course of your financial future if you do that. So here's the good news about Unpassive. We're creating that on behalf of you, so you don't have to dare with the mechanics or exactly what you want to do. So we're creating that healthy, that benign type of AI to ease our life and simplify it. And you just have to tap into that. So we're creating that for the crowd in a way. So that's a good thing. And then monetize that. But make no mistake, if back in the 70s, those who worked in the hardware sales and all of that, I don't know, they sold like uh, kitchenware and all of that, they became wealthy, millionaires. And then uh, vitamins and nutritions, I believe in the 80s or whatever, okay, they became wealthier. And then those who uh, got in the first .com boom, I'm talking about late 90s and the beginning of the 2000 or the millennium, okay, they became billionaires. Now, during that same ratio, those who will be in the game of AI, what is possible? I'm not going to claim figures, but it's very much likely going to be either with the B category or greater. Just do the simple calculation. So it is really powerful, and we do that. I was going to get into politics. United States in America is run by some old guys, okay? They got no clue about AI, and it scares them to death. Uh, so, and I have the evidence for that because they try to regulate social media and search engine and all of that because of uh, the First Amendment in the United States Constitution, which is free press and free speech. Okay, so to allow everybody to do that, to regulate it, they failed because as of now, it is not a true free speech. It is controlled and manipulated and monopolized by certain players in the game. So that is a problem. So they could not regulate it. How do you expect them to do it when they're like 175 years old? Okay, so they have no clue about the social media. I'm talking about Congress, men and women, and senates. Okay, uh, they're mostly unfit. Mostly, some are probably more knowledgeable, but unfit, uneducated enough, or not educated enough to regulate such a thing. Now, it got even more complicated when they tried to regulate cryptocurrency. It's a powerful tool as well. It could simplify our life, and that is the use of digital currency. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm not claiming this coin or that coin or all of that. Okay, but at least it's it's time for digital money. It could be digital dollar, US dollar. It doesn't matter, okay, what currency, but it has to be digital or digitized. because I could get on a webinar right now. I'm in the east coast of the United States, speak to somebody in the UK, uh, across the ocean, and somebody right now in, across the country on the other side in California or Vancouver, Grisminder, and somebody near us is in New Delhi or in India, okay, and somebody could be with us in Singapore. It's amazing, powerful. We could do that instantly with this communication. If I send you email, if we get on a conference, on a webinar, this and that, unless we want to exchange some funds, it becomes more challenging. I cannot do it to you instantly. What are we going to use? You have to have what I use. We have a different currency. There's a fee to that. There is a security. There's this and that. So we're not there yet. So, and they also failed to regulate in two presidents ago, ex president, that makes him gigantic, but he's skinny, President Barack Obama. Okay, they were on the verge of regulating cryptocurrency, and then they had some attempts within the Trump era, completely blocked in the current, you know, this old guy here. Now, what happened is it's not regulated, it's not monitored, so everything can go, it could go either way. In a harmful way, it could be in the wrong hands, it could be in the good hands too. So we're falling behind, and now AI is the race, right? But we still didn't figure out two things before, two eras before: the social media or the internet, uh, regu- regulation, and um, we didn't legislate the proper set of rules for that. And the same thing with the digital currency. And now we are challenged or faced to be ahead of the game when it comes to AI. So that's why it's a tense race. But here's the problem. So you hear Elon Musk here, you can say, okay, well, he's an American entrepreneur or inventor. True. But Elon Musk is not working for America. And he's not working for humanity. He's working for Elon Musk. Same thing as X. The core purpose of controlling X is to have that power to control the uh, press and the speech. Period. You hear that from him, not from me. Okay. So that's why if you're going to analyze, should we do it? Is it a good thing, a bad thing? You're going to be behind. I gave you the example of United States of America when we're leading in so many things or fields, but we're definitely falling behind with that. China is not messing around with AI. South Korea is not messing around with that. Believe it or not, I was, with some reports, I was shocked about how advanced is Indonesia in the game. Look it up. And so on and so on and so on. So there's a massive field open, wide open for the game and the race in AI, artificial intelligence. And hopefully, with our efforts, our good intention, our good desire, we would have a great uh, achievement in what we're doing and working on in on passive. That's all I wanted to say. Uh, we just opened the topic of AI. So the possibilities are endless, are limitless. We're in 2024. It's not a question if it's going to be there, if it's important, if it matters to me or not. It does matter to you. It's like oxygen, it's like water, it's everything. You need to be aware of what's happening, or you're going to miss out on the possibilities. Not going to say something is going to happen. So it's good to be aware of that and to be thankful, to be grateful that our company early on recognized the potential and the power of AI. We used to say the power of the internet, but add to it the power of AI now. And now you could just imagine the possibilities. They're endless. All right, let's go back to New Jersey now. You told me to record this. You could sell this course for $3, I guess, per,
Ash,
per,
I want to know one
per
thing.
thousand.
I want to know, Ash, one thing as we are talking about AI. So, is there any difference between digitization of the things and tokenizations of the thing? Because I'm hearing so many things that real assets or something like they are getting tokenized, and so what's the difference between these things?
uh, like I said, everybody is chasing that target in a different way. So there is hardware like machine that is taught to act in a certain way. Okay, I'll give you an example. Horrible example. Okay, so some drones are trained to identify certain objects and shoot. Sensor, sensor something and take that kind of. So this is a combination between um, electromechanical. All right, combination. So there's some mechanical, there's electronical, and there is that digitized, a purely digitized thing, like, for example, facial recognition or virtual background or translation or all of that. So there are different aspects of uh, having that predictive analyst for the data, like, chat, or you used to call the phone, your bank. If you want to speak to a representative, press this. If you want, to check your balance, or you do that. If you want to dispute a charge, that is kind of like uh, binary, yes, no, this, that. So it's trained depending on where you call from or the number you call. And now the same thing on the website is digitized. So you come from this website or this section, the machine is trained to say, okay, you must have a question about a connect or something, or is it about billing? Because like you came just from the wallet, so this is the type of predictive analyst or data that the machine will provide to you. Okay, so we're more interested in that type. Okay, so we're not interested in any harmful technology by replacing the manpower. We're talking about giving the user more possibilities and more abilities to accomplish more within the same activities, and they have to do less, or they will do less and achieve more. That's the type of AI we're interested in.
Okay, thanks.
So if somebody has that notion, oh, is it going to replace us or is it going to attack us? That is complete, complete nonsense on the proper way, but it's insane and stupid to think that way. We create the code and the software for AI or for the machine. The machine is not going to wake up and think, you know what, I'm going to take over the planet. That's in the movies, okay? It doesn't happen unless the machine one day will write its own software, okay, and decide I'm going to do some evil things. It's not going to happen, okay? So relax. There's no way that the machine will overtake humanity. No. But there are some evil usages of the uses of the AI. We're on the good side. We, of course, we are. And once again, Eid Mubarak, everyone, and go enjoy the day. Uh, Perhaps don't choose Google for New Jersey language. I put that, and it gives me, we don't support such a language. If you're in Bangladesh, you don't know what we're talking about. That's a Florida man thing. If you don't know what a Florida man means, um, you have to live in Florida.